Hello students, so here we are going to discuss the next question on answer writing. Now I have already discussed that it has three parts: introduction, main body and the conclusion. The question goes like this: examine the causes, course and consequences of the Muammariya rebellion in Assam. So Muammariya rebellion is one of the important events in the history of Assam plus Ahom monarchy. So understand that this is a very important question for your upcoming exam. Now here we are going to discuss that. Firstly, understand the introduction part, which is the Muammariya rebellion 1769 to 1805 in Assam was one of the most significant internal uprisings against the Ahom monarchy. Led by the Muammariya sect of the Mahapurukhiya Vaishnavism, it was not merely a religious movement but a socio-political upheaval that weakened the Ahom state and paved the way of Burmish and later the British intervention. So, ekera points monat rakhiba. Aru kisman points highlight korbo para. Heya hol that it was during the 18th century, that is from 1769 to 1805. And it was nearly of 36 years. Second point eta monot koribo para here hold it that Muammariyas are basically the Motoks, and the Mayamara Hotra is basically connected to the Muammariyas. So eketa point tumaleke include koribo para. Aru eta point include koribo para is that it started during Swargodeo Lakshmi Sinha and ended during the reign of Swargodeo Kamaleshwar Sinha. So likewise you can include in the introduction part. Now, the question demands about the causes, course and consequences. So, me at a point discuss korim. Firstly, the causes. Causes asile about the religious discrimination. The Muammariya sect, a branch of Neo-Vaishnavism propagated by Aniruddha Dev, a very important figure who propagated Neo-Vaishnavism jodi ahe, then you can write down the Aniruddha Deva. Their egalitarian ideology. Egalitarian ideology mane hol equal rights to be given to all the people in the Hotra involved. So hetu clash hol kar logot with the rigid hierarchical structure of the Ahom polity. So etu eta important factor asile jihetu Muammariya Hotra tumar religious discrimination ba kuno caste discrimination nasile. He karne etu eta rebellious hisabe lahe lahe jonmo hoye uthi ahisile. Second point to hold social and economic factor. The Ahom pike system forced labor service. So he karne eta important factor other whole head whole pike system because of that hatar forcefully laborer tumar involved korbo disle during the war. Next point to hold political factors. The growing arrogance of Ahom nobility. Hatghoriya Ahom. মানে সেই ঘৰীয়া মাজতে মানে এটাৰ পিছত এটা ইটো নেক্সট হাইৰাৰ্কিকেল কিং হিচাপে নিজকে প্ৰতিষ্ঠা কৰি আহিছিলে ইনষ্টেড তেওঁলোকে বেলেগক কমন পিপলৰ মাজত নিজৰ মানে সেই অধিপত্যটো বিয়পি দিব নিবিচাৰিছিলে created widespread resentment among commoners. The excessive centralization of power under kings like Rajeshwar Sinha marginalized local elements, further alienating the masses. Next point to hold immediate causes. Religious persecution. Muammariya Mohantas were humiliated by Ahom kings, sparkling anger among followers. So etu eta important point hoy noted down. Next part of the question was on course of the rebellion. Initial phase asile from 1769 to 1770s. The Muammariyas launched their revolt during Rajeshwar Sinha's reign. I have already mentioned that they briefly occupied the Ahom capital Gorgaon and enthroned a puppet king from their sects. Suppression and resurgence. The Ahoms retaliated with severe cruelty, massacring Muammariyas. And the last phase was from 1780s to 1805. Under weak rulers like Gaurinath Sinha, the rebellion intensified with Muammariyas controlling large parts of Upper Assam. The Ahom monarchy, unable to suppress it, invited British intervention, Captain Wells' expedition. So at the very important fact, remember that Captain Wells' expedition, which temporarily restored order. So, I get an important point. The last part of the question was on the consequences. Political consequence asile, factionalization increased and loyal authority declined sharply. So gradually decline start ho gol yaar pray. Next whole socio-economic consequences, mass killings, famine and depopulation. Bahut lakh, even it is believed that half of the population was killed during the Muammar rebellion. The pike system collapsed in many regions due to loss of manpower, a very important point. Geopolitical consequences, the weakened Ahom state became vulnerable to Burmese invasions early 18th century, 19th century, sorry. This eventually led to the first Anglo-Burmese War. Anglo mane hol English, the British. 1824 to 26 and the signing of the Treaty of Yandabu 1826, bringing Assam under the British rule. So ekeda kisuman consequences hoy aru result asile is that creation of a standing army. And economy of the kingdom already ruined hetu ma discuss koriswe. So enekwa kisuman consequences and results asile because of the Muammar rebellion. A rebellion to pisat gradually Burmese people try to invade and come to occupy Assam. And because of that region, Ahom king e ki korile Britishok invite korile to come and conquer. So eneke a question to answer likhiba try koriba gradually. Also conclusion pe eneke okoman milai mili likhi lobo pariba. That's all for today. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe and share it with your loved ones. Thank you.